Hello and welcome to the Pup Mommy. My channel here, I share my practical hands-on experience of what I've learned, including my mistakes, in owning, loving, and caring for dogs for almost 35 years. So the topic that's on tap for today is the topic of yoga and puppies. No, puppies are not doing yoga. It's people who are doing yoga amid puppies and using puppies. Now, I first came across this topic on my Twitter feed, and it was a topic that was covered by an ITV investigation. And ITV is like BBC in the UK. And what they did is they did an undercover investigation going and looking at various yoga classes and taking a look at what was really going on inside these classes. Now, especially from the perspective of whether it was beneficial or whether it was harmful to puppies. And I'll leave a link to the ITV investigation. You can read the report and you can watch the video. And then afterwards, what I decided to do is I decided to do a Google search, and I did puppies and yoga near me. And I found quite a substantial number of places that are doing yoga and puppies. It's the current fad, it's the current trend. The only thing is that if you look at it more from the perspective of, is this ethical and is this beneficial to puppies? That's where I'm coming from in this particular topic. With the exception of Ophelia, who I adopted at 5 years of age. All of the dogs that I have ever had in my life have been raised from the time they were puppies at approximately 9-10 weeks, 11 weeks of age, all the way through their death, whether that was 5 years, 7 years, 12 years. Puppies are little sentient beings. They have emotions. And one of the things that I always try to drill home to people when they're thinking about adopting a dog, a puppy, is that the way that a puppy is handled from the time that it's born, whether it's from its mother, whether it's from the socialization and through handling by the breeder, and then moving on to being handled and socialized by you, that stays with them and forms the foundation of them mentally and emotionally for the rest of their lives. Puppies need a routine, they need structure. They tire very easily. They need a calm and soothing type of environment. And also, too, you have to keep in mind that puppies are like little Gumbies. If any one of you out there has ever held a puppy, they're basically, as their bones and are developing and forming, they're almost like little Gumbies of cartilage. And you have to be very careful about how you handle puppies. Now, when you take a puppy and you put it in an environment that is strange to them, and sometimes this is what yoga classes can be, because I was looking at yoga classes near me. There's a local hardware store that's featuring a yoga and puppy event. Then there's another a place that is a breeder. The breeder is providing puppies at 6 weeks of age for a yoga event. 6 weeks of age. That is absolutely unheard of. And then you have humane societies. There's one that's the local humane society in a city near me. There's another that is a shelter that is providing rescue puppies to some of these events. Where is the ethics in all of this? They hope that, we're going to socialize the puppies. Well, there's all kinds of ways of socializing puppies. And puppies have to learn to socialize also on their own terms. Because while there are synergies with a lot of puppies, no matter what their breed, there are also different, how shall I say, not synergies. Puppies develop in their own speed, in their own way. And again, as I said earlier, they can tire very quickly. With yoga classes that are being held in an environment like a hardware store, where there's noise, there's bright lights, there's traffic, or when puppies are in a regular yoga environment. And in addition to some of the events that are being held, I actually saw one advertised where they were talking about how their puppies were newly vaccinated or almost fully vaccinated. I look at this and I say, you gotta be kidding me. You can't take little puppies that are not fully vaccinated and put them in an environment where they could pick things up. That is absolutely, again, you have to look at it from an ethical point of view. Is this something that you want to be associated with? You know, we live in an instant gratification type of society. We live in a TikTok society. We live in an influencer society. But where does the ethics of handling a little being come in? You know, puppies are four-legged babies. Dogs are four-legged children. There has to be a sense of care and a sense of doing the right thing by them. And for somebody to say that, well, you know, your puppy, you know, if you really like your puppy, it's adoptable and it might be able to go home with you. I even saw that in one of the advertisements. And I look at that and I say, you know, people are what? They're going to get a cuteness, emotional overload from working with the little puppy. Aren't they adorable? And, oh, okay, I'll adopt the puppy. And then what? 60 days later, the shelter or the rescue has the puppy back? Because people say, well, I didn't know it was so much work. Or they made a mess on my floor. Do you know how expensive this puppy is turning out to be? I mean, again, puppies and yoga, my opinion, and you could differ with me. Hey, comments are open. Puppies and yoga do not mix. From an ethical standpoint, from the welfare and benefit of the puppy, always remember, and especially for me, it's not about the person, it is about the dog, it is about the puppy. So if you happen to see a yoga class, or you know, you happen to see some yoga events or yoga videos, always think of what's going on behind the scenes. All right. They're not going to put out a yoga video where, you know, little puppies could possibly be injured from the people doing different movements or different stretches or whatever. They don't show you that behind the scenes. And then also how little puppies go from class to class to class. You know, I mean, I saw a video just recently where, oh, it was so cute. Oh, the puppies were sleeping. Well, of course they were sleeping. They're tired. You know, again, this is not knocking yoga classes. It's because I don't do yoga, okay? But it is about using, I mean, puppies are not exercise balls. They are not yoga mats. They are not toys. So if you are thinking about doing something like that, think again. And with that, I'm going to close this video and say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And again, if you have any comments, hey, I'm open. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and bye for now.